Welcome to F260, Week 14, Judges 6 and 7, entitled, His Grace is Sufficient for Me. The highlight verse is Judges 6:14. And the Lord looked upon him and said, Go in this thy might, and thou shalt save Israel from the hand of the Midianites. Have not I sent thee? Explaining this, the Israelites were severely oppressed by the Midianites, who had impoverished them, destroying all their cattle and their crops. The Lord appeared to a farmer named Gideon, announcing that he had appointed him to deliver them from their oppressors. Applying this, given the disparity in the number of weapons and men at his disposal, Gideon was very apprehensive over the impending conflict with Midian. Therefore, he wanted God to provide a sign that he would succeed in his mission. His boldness can be seen both in his asking for a sign and his specifying what that sign should be. The sign, though simple, included a miracle. It involved a fleece, which is a coat of wool shorn from a sheep. He would place the fleece on the ground, and the next morning, if the dew was on the fleece alone, while all the ground remained dry, then he would know that God really would use him to deliver Israel from the hand of the Midianites. Then the next night he asked that the sign be reversed, with the fleece being dry and the ground soaked with the dew of the night. In both instances, Gideon's request was granted, confirming what God had promised. I believe the Lord was being gracious to Gideon, just as he was with Paul when he told him that God's strength was made perfect in Paul's weakness. That is, the Lord would strengthen Gideon's weak faith by producing the signs he had requested. However, this certainly should not encourage us to assume that we can expect God to attend each of his instructions with whatever signs we may request. God could just as well have refused Gideon's request. The fact that he didn't does not set a precedent. Does not set a precedent, as I said, to which any and all believers may appeal in their moments of distress. God may be pleased to repeat such an act of mercy, but he is not bound to satisfy our desires. He's not bound to satisfy our desires for physical miracles to confirm his will. Whether he does so rests in his hand alone. Furthermore, I believe that the Lord may have put into Gideon's mind the thought to request those signs. Does not Psalm 37:4 say that he gives us the desires of our heart? So if I want to confirm something and ask God for a sign, does it mean God put that thought there? Only way I can know for sure is if God does send the sign. Of course, if he doesn't, then I know it was not from God. My response: what about my unanswered request for confirmation? I must respond as Paul did. His grace is sufficient for me. Amen. God bless.